All right, good evening and welcome into Jammin' Sports, everybody. We're on late tonight. I had high school basketball on the radio. I'm home. I've been home for about 45 minutes now. And I had a chance to eat. And now we're going to do one game tonight. We'll get the Thursday night game in tonight, and then we'll have a triple header tomorrow. It'll be the Cowboys and the Giants. And before we get to that, let's take a moment, since we're on early here than we said we'd be on, excuse me, to go over the playoff picture right now. Let's start with the AFC. If the playoffs were to start today, and there's only 2 weeks left in the regular season, Miami would be the 1 seed. The Dolphins have clinched the AFC East. They have the best record in the league at 12-2. The Las Vegas Raiders would be the 2 seed. They are currently tied with the Kansas City Chiefs at 10-4 atop the AFC West, but the Raiders have the tiebreaker at the moment. So they'd be the 2 seed at 10-4. And the Indianapolis Colts, who have clinched a wild card, would be the 3 seed right now, as they have a 2-game lead in the division. Excuse me, with 2 games to go. The Colts can win their division when they win this week. The Chiefs would be the 4 seed. The Jets at 9-5 would be the 5 seed right now, and the Cleveland Browns would be the 6 seed at 8-6. And Seattle and Buffalo are both 7-7 on the outside looking in. If the playoffs started today in the AFC, Miami and the Raiders will have the bye. And curiously enough, these 2 teams play each other this week. And in the wild card round, Cleveland would play at Indianapolis, and the Jets would play at Kansas City if the playoffs started today. Playoff scenarios: Miami, they can clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs if they win this week, but they play the Raiders. And the Raiders have to win to have a chance to win the division. They are currently tied with the Chiefs. And Indianapolis, if they win this week, they win their division. If they win either this week against Pittsburgh or the following week against the Bengals, they win their division. Cleveland has to hope that the Colts lose their last 2 games and the Browns win their last 2 games, and then the Browns would win the AFC Central. All right, that's the AFC picture right now. NFC is a bit more convoluted. The only team that has clinched a division title is the New York Giants at 10-4. Giants play next. Giants are tied with San Francisco, who leads the West, at 10-4. The 49ers have a 1-game lead over Arizona. If the 49ers win this week and the Cardinals were to lose, then the 49ers would win the NFC West. Giants trying to lock in home field advantage, but that might not be decided until the final week of the season. In the NFC Central, Green Bay currently leads with a 9-5 record. The Bears and the Vikings are 8-6, 1 game back. Tampa Bay 2 games back. That division is still wide open. And if the playoffs started today in the NFC, the 49ers would be the 1 seed at 10-4. The Giants would be the 2 seed at 10-4. They'd have byes. Green Bay would be the 3 seed at 9-5. Arizona, the 4 seed at 9-5. Chicago, the 5 seed at 8-6, and Minnesota, the 6 seed at 8-6. Atlanta, also 8-6, but they'd be on the outside looking in because of tiebreakers. So in the NFC right now, if the playoffs started today, 49ers and Giants would get a bye. Minnesota would play at Green Bay in the wild card round, and Chicago would play at Arizona in the wild card round. So that kind of gets you updated on what's going on with 2 weeks to go here in the regular season. All right, the Giants can get 1 step closer to home field advantage in the playoffs with a win. They've already won their division. Dallas just trying to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. Viking Skywalker is 48-42, 6 games over 500. Evil Dead is 127-82. He's 45 games over 500. And Jax is 26-25, 1 game over 500. All right, I think I've talked enough. Let's go ahead and get this one started. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. It's the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's the Cowboys and the Giants. And welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. The Giants at 10-4, the Cowboys at 7-7. Evil Dad's got the G-Man. The Giants ended a 3-game losing streak, beating Buffalo in overtime last week. Excuse me, sinus is still draining. The Giants will kick off. Dallas will get the opening kickoff. We're underway from MetLife from the 3-yard line on the return. This is Daryl Porter, and Porter out to the 35-yard line. Second-year defensive back out of Miami. Starting quarterback for the Cowboys, Carson Beck, in his second year at the University of Georgia. There he is right there. The Cowboys, they're on the outside looking in right now when it comes to the NFC. Viking Skywalker is also taking the G-Man. You are 127-82. 45 games over 500. That's right. And Misty's still awake. It's almost 10 o'clock. First and 10 from the 25. Beck hands off to Baxter, and Baxter to the 26-yard line. A gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tackle made by Isaiah Nettles in his 4th year out of Texas Christian. A cold night here at MetLife. We have some very cold rain coming down. Temperature kickoff 44 degrees. Beck in the shotgun. Looking, throws outside and caught by Charlie Marshall, the 4th-year receiver out of Fresno State, out to the 32-yard line, a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Cowboys. Opening drive of the ball game just underway. Beck under center on 3rd and 2. Beck, he ran into his own man, but hands off to Baxter, who gets out to the 37-yard line. That could have been disastrous, but they got 5 yards. First down, Dallas. Tackle made by Sam Tarver, the 9th-year safety out of Arkansas. First and 10. Cowboys at their own 37-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Beck in the shotgun. Beck looking, throws near side and caught by Nick Stevens, the tight end, out to the 46-yard line. That'll be a gain of 9. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Nick Stevens, the 7th-year tight end out of Tennessee. Cowboys come out. Beck in the shotgun on 2nd and 1. Beck to Baxter. And Baxter picks up the first down. 2 yards out to the 48-yard line. First down, Cowboys. Evil Dead's in a bit of a rut. He has missed 5 of the last 6 games. We're hoping he can get back on track. He's 45 over 500. First and 10 from the 48-yard line. Beck under center. Plant in motion. The handoff to Plant. He gets tackled right away. Tackle made by Isaiah Vaughn, 7th-year linebacker out of Georgia Southern. Loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. Back at the 47-yard line. Five and a half minutes left in the first quarter. Still the opening drive of the ball game. 2nd and 11. 4 wide for Dallas. Beck in the shotgun. Beck looking. Beck in trouble. And he has to throw it away. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and 11 for the Cowboys. Big 3rd down for Dallas at their own 47-yard line. 3 to the near side. Beck in the shotgun. Beck fakes the handoff, throws deep downfield, and it's intercepted. Chris Chapman picks it off for the Giants. The 9th-year defensive back out of Virginia Tech. And Dallas's opening drive comes up empty as Chapman picks it off. The intended receiver was Jerome Stewart, and Chapman just had position and picked it off. Live from MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Week 16, our Thursday night game to kick off the week. Stephen Gardner, the quarterback, in his 7th year out of the University of Houston. We'll have a triple header tomorrow night at our regular time of 8 o'clock Eastern. I got in earlier tonight, earlier than I thought, so we're getting a game in. Smith County won both their games. Gordonsville lost both their games. Boys and girls, they play back-to-back. 1st and 10 from the 25. Gardner looking. Gardner throws down the middle and caught by Keith Washington, the tight end, out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 15. First down, G-Man. Making the tackle for the Dallas Cowboys, Darryl Porter, the 2nd-year defensive back out of Miami. 1st and 10 for the Giants, 4 wide. Gardner in the gun. Gardner back. Throws, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Ben Patton, the 3rd-year safety, knocks it away. 3rd-year safety out of Tennessee. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Giants at their own 40-yard line. 4:40 left to play in the first quarter, no score. Giants opening possession. 3 to the far side. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner looking. Gardner throws and caught. Making the catch, Michael Holmes out to the 43, a gain of 17. Florida got wrecked. Sorry to hear that. First down, Giants. The Giants have already won the NFC East. Now they're trying to get home field advantage. They're currently tied with the 49ers for the best record. Gardner looking, throws, caught on the near side by Washington out to the 37-yard line. And Aaron Jefferson got shaken up on the play. The 12th-year defensive back out of Alabama. He'll go to the sideline. Dallas at 7-7. They want to get above 500. They're shooting for a playoff spot, but right now they're on the outside looking in. The Cowboys have the Bears, Vikings, and Falcons all 8-6. One game ahead of them. Dallas is also tied with Tampa Bay, the Rams, and Philadelphia at 7-7. 2nd and 4 from the 37. Gardner hands off, and that's Eric Johnson out to the 25. A gain of 12. And that'll be a Cowboy first down. Or a Giant first down, the Cowboy 25-yard line. Toronto killed Florida, huh? Didn't the Panthers win it all last season? 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. 4 wide. Gardner fakes the handoff, throws, and caught by Holmes. Michael Holmes down to the 7-yard line. A gain of 18. The rookie out of USC. 2 in a row. I was about to say that, Evil Dead. You read my mind. That's what I thought. That the Panthers have been on a row. Braden Mann's back in the house. 1st and goal, Giants at the Cowboys 7. Gardner in the gun. Gardner looking. Gardner throws, and coming across, Holmes can't catch it. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. We're not normally on this late during the week, but I wanted to get a game in tonight. We're normally on during the week at 8 o'clock Eastern time. We came on a little bit before 11 Eastern. 5 wide. Gardner in the gun. 2nd and goal from the 7. Gardner back. Throws and caught by Washington down to the 1. A gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and goal. Renard Henderson, the 4th-year linebacker out of South Florida, on the tackle. It's still early. They'll be okay. Yeah, they'll be in the playoffs. You know they will. 3rd and goal from the 1. Gardner in the shotgun for the Giants. Gardner hands off to Eric Johnson, and he's in for the touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run by Eric Johnson, the 8th-year back out of Duke. And the Giants on their opening drive, they get a touchdown and they take a 6-0 lead. We're in week 16 of a 17-week season. Every team plays 16 games in 17 weeks. There's no more buys. Zach Whitney for the extra point. All the buys are over. The kick is up, and it's good. And the Giants lead at 7-0. Giants at 10-4. They've already won the division. Just trying to make sure they get home field advantage. Trying to win out. And the Cowboys at 7-7 desperately need a win to stay playoff relevant. And with 2:46 left in the first quarter, the G-Men will kick off. Zach Whitney will kick from the 4-yard line. On the return, this is Daryl Porter again. And Porter brings it out to the 22-yard line. And that's where Dallas will have it, 1st and 10. Down 7-0 with 2:43 left here in the first quarter. We'll have a triple header tomorrow night at our regular time of 8 o'clock Eastern. And that will be Carolina at the Jets, Seattle at Baltimore, and Buffalo at Washington. That's the lineup for tomorrow starting at 8 o'clock Eastern. 1st and 10. Beck looking. Beck throws near side and incomplete. The only player in the area was on the Giants, Greg Gibson, the safety. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 22. We'll have a double header or triple header tomorrow, and a triple header again on Thursday. 2nd and 10 from the 22. Beck looking, throws, and caught by Charlie Marshall out to the 37-yard line, a gain of 15. Out to the Cowboy 37-yard line, 1st down. And I'll give you the triple header on Thursday as well. Thursday, it'll be Tampa Bay at New Orleans, Indianapolis at Pittsburgh, and New England at Cleveland. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line in the offset eye. Beck to Baxter, and Baxter gets outside down the sideline, and Sam Baxter to the Giant 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of, doing the math, 18 yards, 1st down. Coming up on 2 minutes left, 2:05 left here in the first quarter. Giants up 7-0. Cowboys on the move. Beck hands off to Baxter, and Baxter across the 40 to the 38, a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3. Sam Baxter, the 12th year back out of USC, the Heisman Trophy winner. On 2nd down, 5 wide for the Cowboys. Beck in the shotgun, 2nd and 3. Beck looking, throws near side, and caught and pushed out of bounds. Jerome Stewart down to the 31-yard line, a gain of 7. 5th year receiver out of Texas A&M. 1st down, Dallas at the Giant 31-yard line. Cowboys come out, 3 to the near side. Beck in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Beck to Baxter, and Baxter just plowing forward down to the 21. A gain of 9. It's going to bring up 2nd and inches. It's cold here in the Nashville area again. It's going to get down to 19 overnight. It only got up to 32 today. On 2nd and inches from the 21-yard line, 4 wide, make it 5. Beck in the shotgun. Beck drops back. Throws downfield. It's caught by Plant. Touchdown, Dallas. A 21-yard touchdown catch by Tom Plant, the 12th year receiver out of Texas Christian. Perfect throw. Threw it where only Plant could catch it. And the Cowboys can tie it up. Wow, you got blasted with snow today? 8 inches. Wow. Evil Dead. up there in eastern Pennsylvania. Robert Riker for the extra point. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Cowboys and Giants are tied at 7. 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Live from MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Our Week 16 Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. Evil Dead, I've been meaning to ask you, now that you're in eastern Pennsylvania, how far away are you from Philadelphia? I think you're up in the northeastern corner, though, and Philadelphia is in the southeastern corner, if I know my geography. There's the kickoff by Riker from the 5-yard line on the return for the Giants. This is Molson, Jay Molson, out to the 27-yard line. About an hour and a half. Gotcha. So roughly 100 miles away, maybe, give or take. 1st and 10 for the Giants at the 27-yard line. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. We're tied at 7. 4 wide for the G-man. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner looking. Gardner throws down the middle and caught by Keith Washington, the tight end. Good for 11. Out to the 38-yard line. The 5th-year tight end out of Michigan. First down, G-man. As we're down to 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. 4 wide for the Giants. Gardner in the shotgun. This might be the last play of the quarter. Gardner back. Gardner looking. He's going to get sacked. Sack made by Orlando Sanders. A loss of 12 back to the 26-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 22 for the G-men. $102. That's not too bad. At the end of 1, we're tied at 7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back. MetLife Stadium. We go to the second quarter. 2nd and 22 for the Giants at their own 26-yard line. They come out 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun. Johnson in motion. Gardner back. Gardner throws deep downfield, and it's caught somehow by Patrick Collins out to the 47-yard line. What a catch. It's a gain. Let's see, a gain of 28 and 3. 31 yards to Patrick Collins, the 13th-year receiver out of Georgia, down to the Dallas 47-yard line. I don't know how he caught that. 3 wide to the far side, 1st and 10. Gardner draws back. Gardner throws underneath and threw it behind his receiver. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. It is raining. It's not raining hard, but it is raining here at MetLife Stadium. A cold rain. 2nd and 10 for the Giants. 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun at the Cowboy 47. He's got Holmes in motion. Gardner throws to Holmes in the flat, turns upfield. And Michael Holmes out to the 44, a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Giants. We're in the second quarter. The opening game of Week 16. On 3rd and 7 from the Cowboy 44-yard line. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner back. Looking, he's in trouble. He's going to get sacked. Orlando Sanders again. And this time, it's a sack of 13 yards back to the 43-yard line. And that's going to bring up 4th and 20. Orlando Sanders in his 8th year out of Illinois. Cowboys Giants tied at 7 here in the second quarter. Zach Everett will come out to punt for the Giants. 6:50 and counting here in the first half. Everett back to punt. Everett gets the punt away. From about the 17-yard line on the return, Jamal Banks out to the 20-yard line, and that's where Dallas will take over 1st and 10. Who do they finish the regular season with next week? Week 17, Dallas will be at Philadelphia, and that could be for a playoff spot depending on what happens later this week. And the Giants will wrap up the regular season at home against the Redskins. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Beck looking. Beck throws and throws it away. Nick Stevens, the intended receiver, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Cowboys come out 4 wide. Beck in the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Beck draws back. Looking, throws down the middle and caught by Jerome Stewart out to the 38-yard line. A gain of 18 and a 1st down for Dallas. Cowboys looking to take the lead here. Four wide for Dallas. Beck in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Beck fakes it to Baxter. Looks downfield. Dumps it off to Baxter, and he can't hold on. Slipped through his hands. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys at their own 38-yard line. .5:57 left in the half. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Beck in the gun. Beck looking. Beck steps up, and he got hit as he threw. Incomplete. Putting the smackdown on him, Isaiah Nettles, the defensive end in his 4th year out of Texas Christian. It'll be 3rd and 10 for Dallas at their own 38. Big 3rd down for the Cowboys in a tie ball game. Beck under center. Beck drops back. Beck throws and caught by Nick Stevens, but he's going to be short of the 1st down. He needed 10. He got 9. It'll be 4th and 1. Dallas at their own 47. Andrew Jamison will come on to punt for the Cowboys. Jamison back to punt. Gets the punt away. And that's going to go out of bounds at the 22-yard line. And that's where the Giants will take over. We're still tied at 7. 5:24 left to play. Here in the 2nd quarter. Looking at this week's schedule, a lot of the bigger games are in the late slot. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Gardner under center. Gardner looking. Gardner throws and caught. Jackson Ray, the rookie out of LSU, out to the 35, a gain of 13. Looking at the schedule, Carolina Jets, that's a game the Jets need. Seahawks Ravens, Seahawks need to win that. Buffalo Washington, Buffalo needs to win. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Gardner looking. Gardner hands off to Johnson. And Johnson to the 42, a gain of 7. Tampa Bay, New Orleans, the Bucks need that one. Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, the Colts need that one. New England, Cleveland, the Browns need that one. Houston, Cincinnati, they're both eliminated. Actually, Cincinnati's not. I take that back. 2nd and 3 from the 42-yard line. Everybody in tight. Gardner hands off to Johnson around the outside. Down the sideline, Eric Johnson down to the 34-yard line. 24 yards, Eric Johnson to the Cowboy 34-yard line. 49ers in Detroit. The Niners need that one. Probably one of the better matchups of the week, Philadelphia and Atlanta. Both those teams are vying for a playoff spot. They're both 8 and 6. That should be a good game. 1st and 10, 4 wide. Gardner under center. Gardner to Johnson. And Eric Johnson to the 33, a gain of 2 yards. Tyler Hackett on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 8. Chicago at Denver. The Bears need that one. Rams and Cardinals, both teams need that one. Packers, Chargers, the Packers need it. Minnesota and Kansas City, both teams need that one. On 2nd and 8 from the 33-yard line, Gardner looking, throws near side and caught by Michael Holmes out to the 29. A gain of 3, injury timeout. And the Monday night game to wrap up the week will be the Vegas Raiders at the Miami Dolphins. You want to talk about a huge game. Those are 2 first-place teams. That could be a playoff preview. Miami has already won the AFC East. They could wrap up home field advantage if they beat the Raiders. Raiders, though, trying to stay in first place. They're currently tied with the Chiefs. 3rd and 5 from the 29-yard line. 4 wide, Gardner in the gun. Gardner back. Gardner throws near side and caught on the sideline by Keith Washington. Out to the 23, a gain of 6. First down, Giants. That'll stop the clock with 3:33 left here in the first half. On 1st and 10, Gardner hands off. Eric Johnson once again, and Johnson down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 9. And that'll bring up 2nd and 1 for the G-Men. My goal is to have the Super Bowl on Christmas. We did that last season, or last year. It was 2 seasons ago. We get 2 seasons in a year. On 2nd and 1, a one-handed catch by Patrick Collins, but he's going to lose 2 yards back to the 16-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 3. Super Bowl 34, the Ravens and the Rams. We did that on Christmas last year. And then the Jets and the 49ers were played around May or June. I can't remember. 3rd and 3 from the 16-yard line. 4 wide. Gardner to Johnson around the outside, and Eric Johnson to the 14-yard line. A gain of 2. That's going to bring up 4th down. Coming up to make the tackle is Greg Phillips in his 9th year out of Texas A&M. We had great success last Christmas with our Super Bowl being on Christmas. We had a lot of people show up to watch that. Perfect day for it. Whitney, this will be from 31 yards to give the Giants the lead. Kick is up, and it's good. Giants lead it now 10-7 as they had to settle for a field goal. Zach Whitney making the field goal. 2:17 left here in the first half. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning here in the first half. The only thing the Giants have to play for is home field advantage now. They've already won their division. But Dallas, if they lose, you can pretty much put a fork in them. Dallas would have to leapfrog 3 teams in the final week of the season. I don't think that's going to happen. From the 6-yard line, on the return, Jamal Banks. And Banks out to the 25-yard line. When I look at the 2 conferences right now, the biggest surprise in the AFC to me is Kansas City. They finished 5-11 last season. They're currently tied with the Raiders for first, and they've already clinched a playoff spot. And in the NFC, the big surprise, at least for me, is Atlanta. At 8-6, they're still in it, plus the Cardinals at 9-5. Beck gets sacked back at the 20-yard line. A loss of 5 coming in on the sack for the G-Man, Thomas Watts, in his 6th year out of Kansas. I'd have to rank the Cardinals over the Falcons, though. The Cardinals finished with the worst record last season, 3-13. But they're currently in second. 2-minute warning here at MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Our Week 16 Thursday night game to kick off the week. 2nd and 15 for the Cowboys at their own 20-yard line. Beck in the shotgun. Beck looking, throws near side, caught down the sideline. Charlie Marshall out to the 37. A gain of 17. First down, Dallas. Tackle made by Darrell Price second-year defensive back out of Minnesota. 1:41 and counting. Both teams have 3 timeouts. 3 wide to the far side. Beck on the shotgun. Beck looking. Beck throws outside and caught. Once again, Jerome Stewart out to the 42-yard line. 21 yards to Stewart in the Giant territory. Cowboys trying to, at the very least, tie this game up going into halftime. Giants lead at 10-7. 1:30 left in the half. Dallas at the Giant 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Beck in the shotgun. Beck, high snap, hauls it in, looks. Still looking. And just throws it away. Couldn't find a receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. 1:23 left to play here in the first half. Second and 10 from the 42-yard line. In the Giant territory, 5 wide. Beck in the shotgun. Beck looking. Throws down the middle and caught by Plant down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 9. And that'll bring up 3rd and 1. Tom Plant, 12th-year receiver out of Texas Christian. He caught the touchdown earlier for the Cowboys. 3rd and 1 from the Giant 32-yard line. Beck draws back. Beck in trouble. And Beck gets sacked back at the 43-yard line. A loss of 10. Coming in on the sack, number 95, Charles Lowry, in his 12th year out of Illinois, the defensive tackle. And that's going to bring up 4th and 11 for the Cowboys. We're down to 47 seconds left. Clock is moving. Dallas will probably punt here. Andrew Jamison will come on to punt. Surprised the Giants didn't take a timeout. Jamison back to punt. Gets the punt away. Aiming for the sideline, and it goes into the end zone. Touchback with 9 seconds left in the half. Giants will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. And the Giants might just take a knee and go to the locker room. Nope, they're going to run a play. They come out in the I formation. Gardner hands off to Johnson around the outside. And Eric Johnson picks up 4. Out to the 24 as we reach halftime. Halftime score, the Giants 10, the Cowboys 7. Here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. We get ready to start the 3rd quarter. The Giants will get the football up by 3. There's the kickoff from the 7-yard line. On the return, Jay Molson. And Molson brings it out to the 27-yard line. The 4th-year back out of Howard University. Giants can make it a 2-score game now if they can get a touchdown. 1st and 10, G-Men at their own 27. Just a 3-point lead for the Giants. Giants can really hurt the Cowboys' playoff chances if they win. It would knock the Cowboys out just yet. Gardner on 1st and 10 and got hit as he threw, incomplete. If the Cowboys were to lose tonight, they would be eliminated. If the Bears, Vikings, and Atlanta all win, or any combination of 2 of 3 of those, 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line. 4 wide. Gardner looking. Gardner in trouble. And Orlando Sanders gets the sack, his 3rd of the night. And that'll be a loss of 12 back to the 16-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 22. Cowboys defense keeping them in this game. Giants lead at 10-7. We're in the 3rd quarter. Opening drive of the 2nd half. 3rd and 22 for the Giants. At their own 16. Giants come out. 3 to the far side. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner back. Looking. Throws it away. Incomplete. So the Giants go 3 and out on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Cowboys defense gets the stop they needed. It'll bring up 4th and 22. Zach Everett will come on to punt for the G-men, the rookie out of Michigan. Everett gets the punt away. Fielded at about the 43-yard line by Jamal Banks, who brings it out to the 46. And that's where the Cowboys will take over, 1st and 10. 7:14 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if the Cowboys can tie it up or take the lead. First and 10. Cowboys in the I formation at their own 46-yard line. Beck to Baxter around the outside, and Baxter out to the 49-yard line, a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Tackle was made by Julius Sanders, the 9th-year linebacker out of Connecticut. 2nd and 7 for Dallas. They come out 5 wide. Empty backfield. Beck in the shotgun. Beck looking. Beck throws near side. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. Third and 7 for Dallas at their own 49-yard line. Big 3rd down coming up, 4 wide. Beck in the shotgun on 3rd and 7. Beck draws back. Beck looking, throws near side and throws it away. Well, the Giants went 3 and out to start the 2nd half, and the Cowboys go 3 and out. And now Dallas will punt. Back to punt, Andrew Jamison. Jamison gets the punt away. And that's going to be out of bounds at the 19-yard line. And that's where the Giants will take over, 1st and 10. 6:33 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Live from MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Our Week 16 Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. Giants come out, everybody in tight. Gardner under center, 1st and 10. Gardner hands off to Johnson, and Eric Johnson out to the 25. A gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd and 4. Misty made some broccoli soup for dinner. It was good. Had broccoli and potatoes and carrots, and cheese. It was good. 2nd and 4 from the 25-yard line. Gardner under center. Gardner hands off to Johnson. Eric Johnson gets the 1st down out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 12 for Eric Johnson. First down, G-Men. We haven't had one of these midnight games in a while, where the game ends after midnight Eastern. It's been a while since we did one of these. 1st and 10, 4 wide. Gardner back, throws, and over the head of Michael Holmes, incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Giants. 5:39 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. We'll have a triple header for you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern time. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner looking, throws to nobody. Over the head of Patrick Collins. That one sailed on him. Incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the G-men at their own 37-yard line. Giants come out, 3 to the near side. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner looking. Gardner in trouble. Throws and dumps it off. But it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Michael Holmes. Broken up by Renard Henderson, the 4th-year linebacker out of South Florida. It's actually Eric Johnson, the intended receiver. My bad. And now the Giants, they go 3 and out again. They'll punt. Zach Everett back to punt, gets the punt away. From the 23-yard line on the return is Jamal Banks out to the 33-yard line. This one's turned into a defensive game all of a sudden. 1st and 10, Dallas at their own 33-yard line. Neither team has a first down here in the second half. 3 consecutive 3 and outs. Cowboys come out 4 wide. Beck in the shotgun. Beck to Baxter. And Baxter makes his way out to the 39-yard line. A gain of 6 on second effort. And that'll bring up 2nd and 4. Coming up on 5 minutes now left to play in the third quarter. Cowboys come out. Beck in the shotgun. 2nd and 4 from the 39. Beck looking. Throws, and the receiver turned in. He threw out. Incomplete. Miscommunication there. It'll be 3rd and 4. Cowboys from their own 39-yard line. 4:53 left here in the third quarter. 3 wide to the near side. Beck in the shotgun on 3rd down. Beck draws back. Beck looking, throws near side, and caught by Charlie Marshall out to the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6 in the Cowboys' first down, Dallas. Four and a half minutes left here in the third quarter. Dallas down by 3. Beck under center. Beck draws back. Beck looking, steps up, throws, and throws it away. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. We've seen a lot of throwaways here tonight by both teams. 4:21 left to play here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 for Dallas. They come out 5 wide, empty backfield. Beck in the shotgun. Now they shift. It'll be a single back now. 4 wide. Beck draws back, throws, and he overthrows. It sailed on him again. Nick Stevens on the sideline, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10. There doesn't really seem to be much of a wind here. It's weird how these balls are sailing. 3rd and 10 from the 45, 3 to the far side. Beck in the shotgun. Beck draws back. Beck throws and caught. Charlie Marshall out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 11, and that'll be a Dallas first down. The 4th-year receiver out of Fresno State. And the Cowboys are now in Giants territory, trying to take the lead if they can. We're coming up on 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Cowboys from the Giant 44-yard line. Beck in the shotgun. Beck hands off to Baxter, and Baxter, no gain, gets back to the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Didn't see who made the tackle. Let me look at my replay. Tackle was made by number 55, Lewis Woods, the 3rd-year linebacker out of Temple. 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. 5 wide, and now they're going to shift to make it 4 wide. On 2nd and 10, Beck throws, dumps it off, and caught by Nick Stevens, the tight end, down to the 37-yard line. A gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 3. Coming up on 3 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Giants lead at 10-7. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Beck in the shotgun. Beck looking, throws, and caught. Jerome Stewart down to the 25. A gain of 12. Another Dallas first down. Cowboys, as Hank Stram used to say, they're articulating the ball down the field. Excuse me. 1st and 10, Dallas at the Giant 25. Beck looking. Beck fires near side and caught by Baxter out of the backfield down to the 21. A gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd and 5. Tackle made by Walter Spencer, 10th-year linebacker out of Oregon. Dallas all the way down to the Giant 21-yard line. They're in field goal range. 3 wide to the far side. Beck in the shotgun. Beck to Baxter. And Baxter to the 19, a gain of 2. Julius Sanders on the tackle. We're down to 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Cowboys at the Giant 19-yard line. Cowboys come out 4 wide. 3 to the far side. Beck in the shotgun. Beck to Baxter, a draw play. Picks up the first down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. A gain of 11 for Sam Baxter. 1st and goal, Cowboys at the Giant 8-yard line. 1:35 and counting here in the third quarter. First and goal from the 8. 3 to the far side. Beck hands off to, no, he takes it himself. And Beck gets hit for a loss of a yard. Nolan Mixon, the 3rd-year linebacker out of Oregon State, on the tackle. 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Coming up on a minute left to play. Evil Dead not happy about the way the Giants are playing. 2nd and goal from the 9, 4 wide. Beck under center. Beck looking. Beck is sacked and fumbles, and the Giants pick it up. They must have heard you, Evil Dead. Nolan Mixon, the linebacker, recovers the fumble. Evil Dead expresses his disappointment, and it woke up the Giants. Who made the hit? It was Lowry, number 95, Charles Lowry, who broke up the football there, caused the fumble. And the Cowboys come up empty. It still remains a 10-7 ball game in favor of the Giants. Giants defense comes up big. 53 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Giants will take over 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. Giants now can make it a 2-score game with a touchdown. Four wide for the Giants. Gardner in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Gardner fakes the handoff. Looking, throws it away. Incomplete. Couldn't find a receiver open. 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Be 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead on this Tuesday. Almost Wednesday now on the West Coast. Or East Coast. 2nd and 10 from the 12. Gardner looking, throws near side, and is caught by Michael Holmes. He picks up 4 out to the 16-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6. He was tackled immediately by Wesley Keaton, the 12th-year defensive back out of Missouri. 3rd and 6, 4 wide for the Giants. Gardner in the gun. Gardner back. Gardner looking, throws down the middle, and caught by Michael Holmes out to the 32-yard line. A gain of 16, and that'll be a Giant first down. Kerry Rule, the linebacker, on the tackle in his 10th year out of UTEP. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Giants lead at 10-7 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. We go to the fourth quarter. Giants up 10-7. First and 10. Gardner throws outside and caught by Patrick Collins out to the 38-yard line. A gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd and 4. Giants on the move, trying to increase their lead. They're up 10-7. That was the score at halftime. 2nd and 4 from the 38-yard line. Gardner in the gun. Gardner back, looking, throws, and oh, that should have been intercepted. Aaron Jefferson had it in his hands, incomplete. The receiver fell down. Trying to see who it was. It was Michael Holmes who fell down. 3rd and 4 for the Giants now, 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun. Single back. Ray in motion. Gardner fakes the handoff. Gardner looking, throws, and throws it away. Man, we've seen a lot of throwaways. That'll be 4th down. It remains a 10-7 ball game, and the Giants will punt with 7:36 left in the fourth quarter. Zach Everett will come on to punt. The rookie out of Michigan, Zach Everett, gets the punt away. And from the 16-yard line, Jamal Banks brings it out to the 23. And that's where Dallas will take over. 7:29 left to play in regulation. Giants lead at 10-7. Let's see what the Cowboys can do here. Can Dallas tie it up or take the lead? We'll find out. Cowboys come out 5 wide, empty backfield. Beck in the shotgun. Beck throws underneath and caught by Nick Stevens, the tight end, out to the 28. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Meanwhile, the clock is moving. 7:15 and counting. Just a 10-7 lead for the Giants. It's been a tight defensive game, especially here in the second half. On 2nd and 5, 3 to the near side. Beck in the shotgun. Beck looking, throws, and caught by Nick Stevens out to the 34. A gain of 6, and that'll be a Cowboy first down. Clock continues to roll. 6:45 and counting. Cowboys need to get in field goal range at the very least. In the offset eye, Beck under center. Beck is going to get sacked as the Giants brought the house. That's going to be a loss of 8 yards. The sack made by Isaiah Vaughn, the linebacker, in his 7th year out of Georgia Southern. And that'll bring up 2nd and 18 for Dallas. A loss of 8 yards on the sack. Giants defense playing well. Both defenses overall are playing well. On 2nd and 18, 3 to the far side. Beck in the shotgun. Beck drops back. Beck looking, throws, and caught by Jerome Stewart out to the 36. That'll be a gain of 10. He got most of it back. It'll be 3rd and manageable now. 3rd and 8 for Dallas at their own 36-yard line. 5:50 and counting. 3 to the far side on 3rd and 8. Beck in the shotgun. Beck fakes it, throws deep downfield, and it's caught by Charlie Marshall down to the 37-yard line. 27 yards, Charlie Marshall on the catch. Caught between 2 Giants. Greg Gibson and Scott Daniel, the safety. 1st and 10, Dallas now from the Giant 37-yard line. Cowboys not quite in field goal range, getting close. In the offset eye. Beck to Baxter. Around the outside, and Baxter, they string him out. He gains 4 yards down to the 33-yard line. Sam Tarver, the safety, comes over and makes the tackle. Tarver, the 9th-year safety out of Arkansas. 2nd and 6. It'd be a 50-yard field goal from here. Cowboys come out 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Beck on the shotgun. Baxter now in motion. Beck looking. Throws outside, and is it caught? It was. They had 2 receivers over there. Jerome Stewart comes down with it. A gain of 6 and a Dallas first down. They had 2 receivers in the same area. That's never good. But Jerome Stewart caught it anyway. 1st and 10, Dallas from the Giant 27-yard line. Beck in the shotgun. Beck to Baxter. And Baxter breaking tackles down to the 13-yard line. A gain of 14 yards for Sam Baxter. First down, Dallas at the Giant 13. Some poor tackling by the Giants on that run right there. Can the Cowboys take the lead? 5 wide, empty backfield. Beck back to throw. Beck looking, throws down the middle, and it's knocked down. Greg Gibson, the safety, knocks it down for the Giants. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 13-yard line. 4:08 left in regulation. Giants up by 3. Cowboys come out 3 to the far side. Beck in the shotgun. Beck draws back. Beck looking, throws, and overthrows his receiver. Looking for Jerome Stewart. And once again, the Cowboys had 2 receivers in the same area. 3rd and 10 from the 13-yard line. 4:04 left. 4 wide. Beck in the shotgun. Beck looking. Beck in trouble. Throws and caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jerome Stewart, a 13-yard touchdown catch. And the Cowboys take the lead as they go up 13-10. Nice drive by Dallas, and they take the lead for the first time this game. And now Robert Riker will come on for the extra point. They left the Giants a lot of time, though. 3:57 left. Riker for the point after, the rookie out of Iowa. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Cowboys lead it 14-10. 11 plays, 77-yard drive for the Cowboys here at MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Our Week 16 Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. If the Giants lose, it opens the door for the 49ers to get home field advantage in the NFC playoffs. And now Robert Riker will kick off. It'll be fielded at the 3. Jay Molson brings it out to the 26-yard line, and that's where the Giants will have it 1st and 10. Giants down by 4. They need a touchdown. They're pretty much in 4-down territory now with 3:53 left. I mentioned the 49ers. They play at Detroit this week. Should be an easy win for them. But that's why we play the games. Upsets happen. 1st and 10 for the Giants on the offset eye. Gardner under center. Gardner hands off to Johnson around the outside. And flag is down as Johnson gets out to about the 36-yard line. And this one's coming back. Holding on the Giants. On C.J. Barnett, the left tackle. That happened 5 yards downfield. It'll be 1st and 15 back at the 21-yard line. We'll have a triple header for you tomorrow night. Our regular time, 8 o'clock Eastern. 3 wide to the far side. Gardner in the shotgun, 1st and 15. Gardner to Johnson. And Eric Johnson picks up 3 to the 25-yard line. Tackle made by Renard Henderson, the linebacker. That'll bring up 2nd and 12 for the Giants. At their own 25, 3.5 minutes left. Dallas up 14-10. 4 wide for the Giants. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner hands off to Johnson around the outside. And Eric Johnson to the 28. A gain of 3. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Darrell Porter, the defensive back, came over and made the tackle. As the clock ticks down to 3 minutes left. Giants come out. Gardner in the shotgun on 3rd down. Gardner draws back. Throws downfield. He's got a man. Patrick Collins, a big gain down to the 30-yard line. 42 yards to Patrick Collins. Benjamin Patton finally caught him and made the tackle. But the Giants are now in Cowboy territory. 42 yards to Patrick Collins, the 13th year receiver out of Georgia, the veteran. Now in his 12th year with the Giants. He played 1 year for the Bengals. 3 to the near side, 1st and 10. Gardner in the gun. At the Dallas 30, Gardner looking. Throws down the middle and incomplete. Dropping the pass, Randy Henderson, the rookie receiver out of Cal Berkeley. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. 2:20 left. Giants, they need a touchdown. On 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Gardner in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, throws, and is picked off. Kerry Rule for the Dallas Cowboys brings it back. Rule, he could go. Nobody there. One man debate. And they finally get him down to the 23-yard line. Kerry Rule, the linebacker, picks it off for Dallas in his 10th year out of UTEP. And that may do it for the Cowboys. He had a great return, too. Brought it all the way back to the Giant 23-yard line. They were looking for Michael Holmes down the middle, and Rule was right there. I don't think Gardner ever saw him. It looks like Dallas is going to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. Carson Beck, some highlights. That was the touchdown to Plant and the touchdown to Stewart earlier. Dallas can put this one away. A field goal would put them up by 7, but a touchdown would make it a 2-score game. 2:08 left. Dallas at the Giant 23-yard line. Dallas, though, would still be eliminated if Chicago, Minnesota, and Atlanta all win. Beck to Baxter around the outside. And Sam Baxter picks up a yard to the 22-yard line. And that's going to take us. Well, the clock is not running. Oh, the Giants took a timeout. That's weird. They took one right before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 9 for Dallas at their own 20, or at the Giant 22-yard line. Beck in the shotgun. Beck to Baxter. No, he takes it himself. And Carson Beck picks up the first down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 19 as we hit the 2-minute warning here at MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Our Week 16 Thursday night game. And the New York Giants doing their late season swoon, as they always seem to do. 1st and goal from the 3. In the offset eye, Gardner under center. Or not Gardner, Beck to Baxter. And Baxter to the 3-yard line. No gain. Giants take a timeout. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Giants started the season 8-0. They are 2-4 in their last 6 games. About to be 2-5 if they don't come back here. Second and goal from the 3-yard line in the I formation. Beck under center. Beck to Baxter, and Baxter down to the 1. A gain of 2 yards. It'll be third and goal as the Giants take their final timeout with 1:51 remaining. The Giants would love to hold the Cowboys to a field goal here. Keep it a 1-possession game. I was looking at the standings and the tiebreakers and all that. I'll tell you one second. Third and goal from the 1. Beck in the shotgun. Beck to Baxter, and Baxter does not get there. He loses a yard as the linebacker Walter Spencer comes in. If the Giants lose and the 49ers win later this week, the 49ers will wrap up home field advantage in the NFC playoffs. Fourth and goal from the 2. The 49ers will also win their division if they win. Kick is up, and it's good. Robert Riker connects from 19 yards, and the Cowboys are now up by 7, 17-10, with 1:08 left. There's still a chance for the Giants, though. They have no timeouts, though. But they have 1:08 to work with. If they can get a touchdown, they can send the game to overtime. Cowboys up 17-10, trying to get above 500. Cowboys will play at Philadelphia to wrap up the regular season next week. Riker will kick from the 3-yard line. On the return, Jay Molson. And Molson, not a bad return, out to the 31. 1:04 left. First and 10 Giants. Gardner, some lowlights, brought to you by Bud Light, the Queen of Beers. Can Gardner lead the Giants to tie this game up? First and 10 G-Men at their own 31-yard line. Giants come out 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun, first and 10. Gardner draws back. Gardner looking. He got hit as he threw. Incomplete. Pressure was put on by Thomas Watts, the 6th-year defensive end out of Tulsa. 1 minute left. Second and 10 for the Giants at the 31-yard line. Evil Dead is going to drop to 127-83. He'll be 44 games up. Second and 10 from the 31-yard line. Gardner looking. Gardner throws and caught down the sideline. Michael Holmes out to the 43-yard line. 26 yards. Clock is moving. Giants got to get up there. We're down to 40 seconds. In the shotgun, Gardner, single back, 3 wide to the near side. Gardner draws back, looking. Throws it and caught underneath. But they don't have any timeouts. A gain of 7. Caught by Patrick Collins. We're down to 20 seconds left. Second and 3 from the 36-yard line. They got to get up there. Now they have to throw to the end zone. Second and 3. 4 wide. Gardner back. Gardner looking. Throws outside. Caught and out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Making the catch, Michael Holmes. A gain of 15. 4 seconds left. Giants have to throw to the end zone now. They have time for one more play. This is ball game. 4 wide. Gardner in the gun. First and 10 from the 21-yard line. Gardner back. Gardner looking. Gardner in trouble, and he's going to get sacked, and that's ball game. The Cowboys win it over the Giants, 17-10. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Good night, everybody.